approach taken in the Scottish Government's Gender Recognition Reform Bill was the subject of intense debate in the Scottish Parliament. A number of significant amendments were tabled right up until the end of the bill's passage, and the Minister for Women and Equalities corresponded with and met with the Cabinet Secretary Shona Robertson to discuss the UK Government's concerns before the bill had reached its final stage. Mr. Speaker, I have not taken this decision lightly. The Government has looked closely at the potential impact of the bill, and I have considered all relevant policy and operational implications together with the Minister for Women and Equalities. And it is our assessment that the bill would have a serious adverse impact, among other things, on the operation of the Equality Act 2010. Those adverse effects include impacts on the operation of single-sex clubs, associations and schools, and protections such as equal pay. The Government shares the concerns of many members of the public and civic society groups regarding the potential impact of the bill on women and girls. The bill also risks creating significant complications from having two different gender recognition regimes in the UK and allowing more fraudulent or bad faith applications. The Government is today publishing a full statement of reasons alongside the order, which will set in full the adverse effects the Government is concerned about. Mr. Speaker, I would like to address the claims put forward by those who would seek to politicise this decision and claim that this is some kind of constitutional outrage. And you can hear them, Mr. Speaker, you can hear them. The Section 35 power was included in the Scotland Act, which established the Scottish Parliament. This is the first time the power has been exercised, and I acknowledge that this is a significant decision. The powers of Section 35 of the Scotland Act are not new, and this Government has not created them. They have existed as long as devolution itself. And we should be clear that the power was included in the Act by the architects of the devolution for a reason. Donald Dewar himself noted that the power struck an important balance. The Section 35 power provides a sensible measure to ensure that devolved legislation does not have adverse impacts on reserved matters, including on the equalities legislation, such as the Equality Act 2010. This is not about preventing the Scottish Parliament from legislating on devolved matters, but about ensuring that we do not have legal frameworks in one part of the United Kingdom which have adverse effects on reserved matters. And we should be clear that this is absolutely not about the United Kingdom Government being able to veto Scottish Parliament legislation whenever it chooses, as some have implied. The power can only be exercised on specific grounds, and the fact that this is the first time it has been necessary to exercise the power in almost 25 years of devolution emphasises that it is not a power to be used lightly. In the instance of the Gender Recognition Reform Scotland Bill, I have concluded that the bill would have serious adverse effects on the operation of the Equality Act 2010, and as I've set out in my correspondence with the First Minister yesterday, I would prefer not to be in this situation. The United Kingdom Government does all we can to respect the devolution settlement and to resolve disputes. It is open to the Scottish Government to bring back an amended bill for reconsideration in the Scottish Parliament. So to conclude, Mr. Speaker, I have set out to the Scottish Government that should they choose to do so, I hope we can work together to find a constructive way forward that both respects devolution and the operation of the United Kingdom Parliament legislation, and I commend this statement to the House.